Hi, this is Saga Lover 20 for another anime review. Sorry it took so long. Anyway, today's anime review would be about Sergeant Frog, or Kero Gunso for that matter. Sorry for the cover, I bought season 2, not season 1. Sorry. Now this show is about 5 aliens from the planet Charon come to Earth to invade, but that doesn't go according to plan. And here's why, because they meet a nice family called the Hinatas. Now, I'm going to introduce the humans before I introduce the aliens because it's much simpler that way. Now, the family Hinata is considered of a nice, normal family, if you can count with the aliens living in their roof. We start with the mom. I don't know her first name, but the mom is what you call, well, fun, if you like to think of that way. She rides a motorcycle. She works for a manga she's published. And let's just say this, the only reason she let the aliens live in her house is because she wants to make money off them, or she thought it brings her life more money or value. Anyway, then we have Fuyuki Hinata, who is what the definition if you call a pathetic boy who is pure and who is very pure. When I mean pathetic, I mean he doesn't do good in his grades or sports or anything. He's a bit of a downer when he's realistic. He has a club for the occult. Aside from that, that's who only has 2 members, and one of the members is himself. Now, to go that, he gives up really easily and accepts who he is, but at the same time, it's just, well, he's too naive for his own good. He thinks everyone is friends when really they took advantage of his kindness. Now, opposite of that is his sister, Natsumi, who is the complete opposite. She's athletic, she's good at her schoolwork, and she's very confident in herself, and everybody likes her. Now, Natsumi, on the other hand, doesn't trust anything from outer space. Because frankly, since the aliens who live in her house do a lot of crazy things, she can't live a normal life. And all she wants is a normal life. And let's just say, her life isn't as normal as she thinks. Now, Fuyuki's friend, Momoko, is a billionaireess with a split personality. She shows her nice, sweet, kind side, or shy side to him, but deep down, she is an angry, violent girl who's obsessed of getting the boy she likes to like her. And I mean obsessed, she used a lot of her money just for him. Aside that, she has her butler, Paul. I swear, I swear, this guy is like the human version of Sebastian from Black Butler. Now, you might prove me wrong saying, Paul, this guy is nothing like Sebastian. Well, if you've seen the show and see how he acts, it's so ridiculous. He's like the perfect butler, but he's older, a lot weirder, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Now, for Natsumi's side, she has a classmate called Kayuki. She's a ninja. And I mean, she lives in the outskirts of the forest, and she doesn't know anything about civilization. Really, she does not know a bit. I mean, she makes her own clothes. Anyway, she thinks of everything, of anything as ninja stuff, because really, she was raised mostly as a ninja. Now, in the manga, there is a manga of Sergeant Frog. Now, in the manga, she has supposedly have romantic feelings for Natsumi. In the show, it doesn't show it, but puppy love, or like a puppy following its owner. Now, Natsumi has a crush, and that is Sawaro, who's a year older than her. He's kind of like the mysterious kind, who has his own radio show, but nobody knows it's him. And he has a pen that anything he draws comes to life. He's really calm about everything that happens to him, and he just finds it fun. He's really intelligent, and that's all for the humans. Now let's get on for the aliens. We have, starting with Lance Corporal Dororo, or his name was Zoro, but now Dororo. He is an assassin of the group, and he's really good. He's really good what he does. Except the problem is nobody remembers or notices him. He's the type that doesn't get enough screen time if need to, and he always cries about because nobody ever remembers him. And he goes in this trauma like, I can't believe this is happening to me thing. Surprisingly, he does what he and let's you. But on the other night, he as I said, he was an assassin turned good. He was supposed to destroy planet Earth, but when he met Kyuki, he decided, let's protect the planet, and I mean really protect. He goes overboard. He goes to follow the plans of invading the Earth, only if it's only for peaceful solutions. Nothing violent, but peaceful. Now, we have Sergeant Major Kururu. I gotta tell you, I like this guy. I mean, he's really sadistic. Not sadistic, but this guy is really smart, and all he cares about is eating curry. And he invents things that really backfires on the team. Especially, and he has this laugh goes, I don't know if I did that right, but still. And he finds it fun to torture his teammates because, after all, he's sadistic in his own way. Now we have Private Second Class Tamama, who's cute, lovable, but don't piss him off because he turns into really bad. He turns into this, I'm going to destroy everything with his Tamama beam or something. And this guy, Tamama, is so cute in his own way because, let's see, he's so cute. And he has this boyish crush on his leader. And I mean, this crush, it goes overboard. He's like, he will stop at nothing to impress his leader at any means possible and get what he wants. Now, we have Corporal Giro, supposedly the badass of the group, since he's a weapons specialist. The problem is, he has a huge crush on Natsumi, and that interferes with his supposedly image. All he wants is Natsumi to love him. Too bad she doesn't like aliens. And his crush is so obvious, and he thinks nobody knows. It's kind of funny how he's tried to attempt his luck for Natsumi and always backfires upon him, making her doesn't dislike him or some way. And now we have the leader, Sergeant Keroro of the Armed Platoon. On his planet, he is supposed to be the greatest soldier that ever walked on his home. Problem is, he's an idiot. I mean, a complete idiot. All he cares about is making Gundam models or slacking off. And when he does have a plan, some of his plans are good, some of them are horrible. But when he comes up with a plan, he marches on to see if it completes. Too bad they all backfires on him, whether it's his own stupidity or because of his own obvious. And when he's so close to destroying the Earth, all that needs to stop him is that if he destroys the planet, he won't make Gundams. Am I forgetting something? Oh yes, it's Angomwa, or supposedly the Terror, or the Dark Terror or something. Sorry if you hear the clap. She is the Armed Platoon, supposedly cheerleader in the bunch. Well, she acts like a cheerleader because she accepts every plan as possible. And she's also the team's last resort because she's the only one in the group who can destroy the planet in a single pack, because in her tribe of Moas are planet destroyers, so she can destroy the planet anytime she wants, but only if her uncle said so. And her uncle I'm referring to is Keroro, who she has a huge crush on him, or in love with him, if you like to see it. She will do anything he asks, and she will do it with a smile. She is very pure for people who call her a terror. Now, the story of Sergeant Frog is that its purpose is to be comedy. Now, you want to say people are arguing about which is better, the dub or the sub. Now, in my my personal opinion, I like the sub if you want to see the rest of the episodes, because for Funimation, they stopped only at season 2. I'm not complaining, because after all, there's a whole mess of episodes, but I wish they did sub the rest, they dubbed the rest of the episodes, because the dub is really good for it. And but I both like both the dub and the sub because they're funny in their own way. The dub has funny punchlines and comedic roles. For the sub, it has its moments. Now, I'm not gonna say which you prefer because frankly I like them both, and you can choose whoever you want. Now, you can read the manga if you want to know what the story. Now, you can read the manga to know what the hell's going on, or you can just watch Sergeant Frog. Now, this show's purpose is to be pure comedy, because you'll see crossovers from other animes, from Dragon Ball Z to Evangelion to sorry if I pronounced that wrong, to Mortal Kombat. Like I said, this show is purely comedy. Sure, it has its moments of drama or somewhat, but soon after that, it goes to comedy. Now, you can argue about how, well, this show is nothing but for pure crack. Well, it is crack, because it's for laughter, not serious. For me, I like it because it makes me laugh, and I want to see new adventures of what the armpit platoon will be doing, or mostly Carol. Now, what else is to say about this show? It's licensed by Funimation, and I don't know the rest of it. I'm really sorry. The dub is licensed for Funimation. I like to say it's all that. I am so sorry. Anyway, watch Kero Gunso or watch Sergeant Frog, whatever you choose. Watch the dub on Funimation.com or watch the sub on any other where you can find the sub. And that's all I recommend you watch the show, because if you want laughter, you want Sergeant Frog, because the crazy adventure never ends.